In this video, I will tell you what is the best time to apply for a job as an international student in Finland. What's up guys and welcome back to the channel. If this is the first time we are meeting, my name is Oliver and I'm a master's student in economics at Aalto University in Finland. And on this channel we talk about education and early career development, specifically here in Finland. So if you are new here, do consider subscribing. Also, if you are interested in getting access to even more valuable content about studying and working in Finland, do consider joining our new YouTube members page, which gets you access to a bunch of exclusive members-only tutorials, behind-the-scenes videos, and other valuable perks like a private Discord channel where I give you personal tutoring on career development in Finland. Become a member by clicking the join button right below the video. So, what is the best time to apply for a job as a student in Finland? So basically, there are two major recruitment seasons that are relevant for university students in Finland. These are the autumn and the spring recruitment cycles. So while you can technically apply for a job at any point during the year, and I will talk about this a bit more in just a second, the clear majority of jobs for students are open during these two recruitment cycles. So, the autumn recruitment season usually starts between the end of September and the beginning of October, and the majority of jobs offered during this cycle are either internships or trainee positions. And a majority of these jobs are to larger corporations that arrange these internships or trainee programs annually. Of course, there are also other job opportunities that are available during autumn. However, it's a general rule of thumb that most of the jobs offered in autumn are specifically internships or trainee positions. Depending on the company and position, these internships and trainee positions usually last from a couple of months to half a year. However, sometimes you can also see trainee programs from large corporations that last up to a year or even two, but these are usually only for near or recent graduates. In addition to these internships and trainee positions, some companies also start recruiting people for their summer jobs already during the autumn months. However, this is pretty rare and this usually only applies to companies that operate in fields that are really competitive in terms of the job market. Most often this applies to companies, for example, in corporate finance and investment banking, because companies in these fields want to hire only the absolute best of the best, and they want to be the first ones to open up their applications so that they don't lose the most potential candidates to their competitors. However, as mentioned, this is pretty rare and the clear majority of companies only start filling up their summer jobs after New Year's. Alright, so as you can see, there are a ton of job opportunities in the autumn. However, the big question here is the schedule. When do you actually need to apply? As I mentioned a second ago, most job applications in the autumn open between late September and early October. This means that most of the applications close between mid-October and mid-November. It is quite common that companies start interviewing people as soon as they start receiving applications, and actually many companies fill their positions as soon as they find someone suitable to the job. Because of this, my tip is not to leave your application to the last minute, because this will decrease your chances on getting into an interview. Since most companies recruiting in the autumn want to get their recruitment processes done before the end of the year, all of the interviews, case assignments, and all the other stages should be done before Christmas so that people who are hired have their contracts signed before the end of the year. Alright, so next let's talk about the spring recruitment season. So while autumn focuses mostly on internships and trainee programs, it is the complete opposite during the spring. So during the spring, companies of all sizes hire people to a wide range of positions, starting from summer jobs and internships all the way to permanent and full-time graduate positions. Actually, spring in Finland is the most important recruitment season of the year, and you can easily notice this if you just compare the amount of open positions in the spring versus the autumn. The fact that spring is the most important recruitment season for companies, of course, also means that it represents the best opportunities for job seekers because there are far more open positions to apply to. So a common rule of thumb is that even though the academic year continues all the way until the beginning of June and you still have to focus on school, you should nevertheless start looking for jobs already in January. In addition, you should aim to apply to as many jobs as possible before the end of March. The The reason is that many companies aim to have their spring recruitments done already by the end of March or April. This means that you have to be really early if you want to increase your chances of getting hired for the summer. So although this is a generally okay schedule to follow, it is still not true that all jobs have been filled by the end of April. Actually, in my experience working at a recruitment company for 4 years, companies in Finland keep recruiting university-educated people during the spring season all the way until the end of June. However, you have to take into account that the further you postpone applying for a job, the less opportunities you will eventually have. Also, do keep in mind that job seeking is a numbers game, meaning that the more high-quality job applications you are able to send, the more likely it is for you to land an interview and subsequently a job. I will make more videos about job hunting in Finland in the near future, but for now I just want to emphasize the term high-quality application. What I mean with this is that spamming companies with copy-pasted applications will not do you any good. Rather, you should always tailor your application to each company and position that you apply to. Anyhow, as mentioned, I will talk more about these topics in the future, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you won't miss these videos when I get them online. Alright, so while the aforementioned seasons are in general the best times to apply for a job in Finland, this can naturally vary a bit between different fields. For example, 2020 has shown that these rules don't always hold true if there are major changes in the job market. This is why it's great that we have tools like Meet Frank that allow you to see the situation on the job market based on real-time data, which again helps you to not only assess when to apply for jobs, but also how competitive each field is at each moment in time. So how this works is that if you go to meetfrank.com and you navigate to the Insights tab from the main menu, you actually see these two different graphs that not only show you how competitive the job market is now and has been during the last few months, but you can also see an approximation on how difficult it is to find a job right now. So what you need to do is to come back up the page and from this drop-down menu, select your field, which in my case would be marketing, PR, and media. And after selecting that field, these two graphs will be updated to show the job market data for that specific field. So as you can see, the job market for my field is currently looking really bad. However, if we change this to, say, IT, you can see here that the situation is quite a bit different. So as you can see here, the number of jobs can actually fluctuate quite a bit over time, and this is the exact reason why I really recommend that you not only follow the general application schedules that I've mentioned in this video, but that you also use the data provided by Meet Frank as well. I will not go any deeper into Meet Frank's feature in this video, but rather I actually already have a video where I explain Meet Frank in a bit more detail, and if you want to check it out, you can find it right here. Meet Frank's mobile app is completely free to use and it's the best job hunting app in the Finnish recruitment market. Links to download the app can be found in the description box below. Alright, so even though these guidelines do generally apply, it does not mean that you couldn't apply for a job outside of the times mentioned in this video. In reality, there are plenty of companies from large corporations to smaller retailers and rapidly growing startups that recruit new talents around the year. However, these jobs are a bit more difficult to spot because they open up more randomly and the job ads are usually spread across different platforms and websites, making them a bit more difficult to spot. This is also why I really recommend that you check out this video where I break down 15 tips on how and where to look for jobs in Finland. Also, if you are interested in learning more about studying and working in Finland, do consider joining our exclusive YouTube members page where I post monthly members-only content about building your career in Finland. Become a member by clicking the join button below the video. If you found this video helpful, do give it a thumbs up and share with a friend who might also be interested in the topic. Also, if you have anything to ask about this or any other topic related to studying or working in Finland, do write them down in the comment section down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.